Hey guys, today we're taking a look at Magican. Magican is a really great Mac app that allows you to clean, optimize, and secure your Macintosh. So we have it here installed on my iMac. You can see here it shows a display of things. We have a couple options that we can go through and walk through with the thing. We also get this little thing here. You can see I have a little widget that shows looks like it shows your temperature and quick kind of statistics of your Mac. So it's a really great way to kind of keep on your desktop. And you can see how much RAM is being used. You can even go over to your CPU here and check out your CPU usage. See what's taking up a majority of your RAM or CPU, so you get a really great diagnostics built in with Magican. Alright, so looking at the actual main application window, you have a couple options here. So first off, let's look at cleaning. So you can do a couple cleaning options. Also, you can just run the main from the home here. You can run a quick scan that does stuff like on-download scanner, monitor warnings, temperature settings, all that stuff. Walking to the cleaner here, they have a couple things. You can do a quick scan or a quick clean, which will go through, look at all the system tools, the language packs you're not using. You can start all those scans. You can look for duplicate files, so maybe you have duplicate pictures, documents, whatever. You can easily go through and take those off your hard drive, or a file finder if you want to find disused files and or large files. So if you want to see what's taking up the most space on your hard drive, you can easily run that. And then you can each go into these individually to look at certain settings to tweak them. So for example, duplicate files. You can click an icon for quick selection here. File finder, you can see any files that exceed, I should say, a certain limit. And again, so I can run any of these if I really want to, a quick clean, and you can just run a scan. You can see here it's going to go through and scan the total files, and I can keep on walking through the application while it's scanning here. So Security Center. This has an download scanner, so as you download something, you can have this enabled. It will scan it while you're downloading it. That way, before you run it, you can make sure it's safe and secure. You can turn this on or off depending on your needs. It has a full scan where you can go through and check for Trojans, system file scans, etc. While the Mac OS X is really secure, there is still vulnerabilities out there. You're not totally invulnerable or invulnerable, I should say, to viruses, etc. So this is a great way to do that. Check out scans, all of that. You can even do custom scans for individual files, folders, etc. Optimizer. So optimizing your Mac's performance. This is one of my favorite sections of it here. You can look at default application settings, startup, item management, and system parameters. And you can, of course, like I said, go into each of these one individually. So you can go in here and look at certain application settings and change stuff for Chrome, Mail. You can also look if you have a personal list, go through there and sort that up. Startup items, another one I really like. So for example, these are all the applications that start up with my Mac. If I simply want to disable one of these applications, I can just click on it. I can click on this operation here and close it so it doesn't open up. I can even see related applications. So again, I don't want these opening up. I can have them closed. If they're, you can see the status if they're currently open. I can have them closed easily right there. And then I can also go through and see, like I said, if I want to click on related applications, I can see any of that. You can also see kernel extensions, daemon, and agents, all of that jazz. So again, closing applications that you don't want starting up also helps in the speed of your Mac, so it opens up efficiently, and it doesn't have all these things popping up, especially if you don't want the applications to be, if you don't use them right away when you load your Mac, then you can easily close a lot of them simply right here. Parameters goes through and you can do stuff with like hidden features on your Mac for stuff like screenshots. You can change the format it takes them in. So if you don't want them to be a PNG file, you may want them to be a JPEG file, you can change that easily right here. Finder, you can do Finder system settings here, so you can do a couple things that you can do, like show hidden files and folders. Dock, you can change stuff with the dock that you normally wouldn't be able to change unless you dug into the system preferences. You can do stuff like change the minimize effect. You can do the appearance if you want it to be a 2D with a mirror, or 2D with transparency, I should say. Change the positioning if you want that. Again, anchored, left, right, bottom, up, down, whatever you wanted to, where the dock to appear. Do other options, stuff like lock icon size, turn on single application mode, and so on. You can even do stuff like the login menu. So if you've ever wanted to have your own custom login background rather than the default linen one, you can easily do that as well. Additionally, packed into the application, you have stuff like stats. You can see your hard drive. You can see how much free space you have on your hard drive, and on the touchpad you can scroll left or right to move between these pages if you want to do that here. So you can see certain stuff like your hard drive here. Activity monitor, a really great activity monitor they have built in here. Fan speed control, so you can easily, this is a really great one. There's separate applications for this. This packs it in here. You can control the fan speed. So if your fan is ever if you ever had an issue with your Mac where the fan is going too loud and you kind of want to adjust that, you can adjust it to lower the temperature, or lower the noise, and or you can increase it to kind of lower temperature if your Mac's running too hot. You can see mine right now is running at normal temperature. You can do other stuff like you can see network usage, and if you have a battery like a MacBook Pro, you can see certain data with that. Software, you can also see stuff about software, how many updates you have and or rarely used applications. This way you can look through and you can see these are applications that haven't been used in 3 months, and you can go through and uninstall a lot of this stuff that's taking up hard drive space. They also have a toolbox with other tools you can find out like Magican File, Magican Rest, Magican Document. And lastly, hardware, you can see anything related to your Mac there, and I don't know if that's going to show any serial numbers, so we'll just be careful with that. But you can also go into settings here. You can also see all of these preferences. You can edit a lot of stuff from cleaners, how it handles that. You can clean out certain languages. So for example, one of the things Cleaner does is it goes out and takes all additional languages that you don't need. So for example, I want to deselect all, maybe, if I don't want to, like, if I want to keep certain languages, like German, Spanish, I can have those selected. Maybe I only wanted to keep English. In my case, that's what I would want. Then it goes in and disables all the other language files on applications that have everything but English. You can do stuff with stats, refresh intervals, security. You can set prompts for downloading section if it's always on, or only prompts for risk files. Privacy settings. You can also join their improvement plan to help improve Magican software. So this is really, really great all-in-one software. I mean, it really has a really clean UI, really basic UI, and easy to navigate. It is a really essential application if you want something that cleans your Mac, optimizes your Mac, and secures your Mac, and just provides you with a toolbox of information on your Macintosh. Easy stuff to tweak settings on your Mac, optimize your Mac, clean like hard drive space out. Really great all-in-one tool for diagnostics, everything. Do check it out again, Magican. You can find it at magicansoft.com.